Okay, yeah. So hi everyone. Thanks for joining in for our Market Watch episode 12. Okay, so if you are here, all right, today very exciting. We are gonna look for huge opportunities, okay, in the market. And I'm sure for those of you who are already invested in the market, okay, I'm sure that it has been a great run for you. And one of the things you'll be thinking is, will the market continue to go higher or not? All right, so today we are of course going to explain about that. And we are also at the same time going to look for opportunities in the market as well. Okay, we're going to look for opportunities in the market as well. So yes, of course, for those of you who are here, let me know who are you. Just comment hi inside the chat so that I know who is actually here. Let me see your name. All right. And of course, if you are from Singapore, okay, from Singapore, give us a thumbs up. Okay, if you're from Singapore, give us a thumbs up. If you are from Malaysia, okay, give us a heart shape. And if you are from other parts of the country, okay, you can give me the laughing face. Okay, hit on the laughing face. Hello, hi, Esmond, hi, Celine, hi, Kinming, hello. Good to see you guys. And of course, Nicholas, wow, our very successful PhD, upcoming PhD student. Nice. And Linda as well. All right. Just keep it coming. Okay, for those of you who are here, all right, just comment a hi so that I know who is actually here. And we will be starting very soon. Okay, let's just get more people to actually join in first. So for those of you who are here, do help us to like and share. Yes, hi Daniel. Okay, first time you're here. Okay, good to see you here and welcome to our Market Watch. Okay, very exciting one. All right, if you are the first time watching this, okay, you can just comment first time. Okay, if you are first time watching this, you can comment first time. For those of you who have came here many times, okay, you can type in many times. Okay, so if you're first time, type first time. If you have watched this multiple times, type in many times. And let's see how many times have you guys actually watched. So I want to actually watch myself on Facebook as well. So let me just get my phone ready. Okay, great. Yes, we have MC many times. Awesome. And let me actually remember your name as well. Okay. Yeah. So hi MC Esmond as well. Many times. Thanks for supporting. And of course Celine. Wow, almost every episode. Okay, I think Celine will be here. And Bonnie as well. Okay, Bonnie also many times. Great. Really appreciate you guys for supporting. Okay, I think this Market Watch will not be so successful, without you guys actually joining me on almost every episode. And again, this time around is a little bit different because usually we do it on a Sunday. Okay, usually we do it on a Sunday night lah. Yeah, but I was very busy on weekend and Sunday happened to be my mom's birthday as well. So between you guys and my mom, I had to choose my mom. Yeah, so we actually postpone it to actually tonight, which is actually good also. Okay, let me adjust. I think my face is, I do not know why, but the thing keeps appearing. Okay, maybe it's the reflection. I just need to okay, we will be starting in about 1 minute. Okay, we'll be starting in about 1 minute. So I'll be actually bringing up my screen as well. All right, so I'll be bringing up my screen so that later on y'all will be able to see. So yes, this is going to be the key topic for today. So today we are actually going to talk about, whether are you already on the space shuttle or not. Okay, why do I say that, we are actually on a space shuttle? Later, I will explain further. Okay, for those of you who have been following us, I'm sure you understand why I'm actually saying this. Okay, I'm sure you understand why I'm saying this. Right, thank you so much, MC. Thanks for the well wishes as well. Right, and of course, for those of you who are here, do help us by helping us to like, and of course, helping us to share this video out so that more people can actually watch this. All right, and I'm ready to get started. Okay, so if you are ready, can you just type in ready? Okay, if you are ready to actually get started, okay, just help me to type in ready. So what are we going to go through today? All right, so today I will go through basically 4 main things. So the first one is actually how you can actually own the big giant company. okay, company like Microsoft, Amazon, you know, some of these shares is like $2,000. And some of you have been asking me, you're like, Bowen, I love to invest in Amazon, but the price is a little bit on the higher side. And I'm actually just a fresh grad. You know, my capital is actually on the lower side. And, you know, I can put 2,000, but at the same time, I want to diversify. I just want to put like maybe a few $100s. How can it actually be done? All right, is there any method that I can actually invest in some of these large company, yet at the same time, I don't have to allocate so much capital? So if this is also something that you're looking out for, can you just type in me? Okay, that means you want to invest in some of the large company, but you have limited capital. You want to diversify. Okay, if you're having this problem, just type me. And of course, later on, I will also share with you the short-term market direction, okay, where I feel that it's actually going for next week. And we are going to look for opportunities as well. And last but not least, we will end off with a Q&A. So as usual, okay, I always aim to end this whole thing by 9:30. As okay, aim to finish by 9:30 lah. But the last time I said this, I end at about 10 p.m. So hopefully this time round, okay, let's skip to the timing. So I'm just going to go dive in. So very importantly, what I'm going to share with you today, I'm going to share with you, you know, there will be a lot of shares, company names and things like that. So again, these are all for education purposes. So make sure that you do your own due diligence, okay, when you invest. So definitely when it comes to investing, there'll be risk involved. So make sure that you actually be educated. Okay, and then you know exactly what to do. So with that, you will be able to reduce your risk drastically. So now coming to the first topic, okay, how do you actually own the big giants with a small capital? Okay, so the answer is actually very simple. All right, and that is to invest in ETF. Okay, can everybody just help me to type in ETF? ETF. So what exactly is ETF? Okay, I'm going to actually bring up okay, what I'm going to do, okay, wait. Okay, hold on now. I am going to show you exactly what is ETF. Oh wow, how come it's going to be okay, let's go to Google first. Let's go through step by step. Okay, so what exactly is an ETF? So basically, when you invest in an ETF, right, what you are investing is basically a basket of stocks. So you are still investing into individual company, except that ETF, usually they will mimic a certain industry. So for example, you can invest into the tech ETF. So under the tech ETF, they will actually have all the tech companies inside. You can also invest into the healthcare ETF. So inside the healthcare ETF, there will be a lot of healthcare related companies. Okay, so if let's say today you love China internet companies, for example, you love to invest in Tencent, Alibaba and all that, but you don't want to actually, you don't have the capital to invest into so many companies at one go, you can also type in China internet ETF. So how to go about doing that? Okay, actually this website is very, very powerful. So I hope you all have been using this website, and that is Google. So for example, today I type China internet ETF. And guess what? Okay, just go for the normal search. You will be able to see, okay, for example, over here, they'll recommend you top 2 China internet ETF. So if you go in, they will recommend you 2 of them. You can actually take a look at it. So the first one is K-Web. Can you see K-Web? The other one is C-Web. All right, so usually if you're new, you'll be wondering, oh, so what exactly is inside K-Web? What are some of the companies that are inside this basket of funds? All right, because very, very important. So you can actually click in. Okay, just click in, and usually they will share with you a little bit more. But what you really want to focus on is actually on the left-hand side under holdings. Can you all see holdings? So when I click in holdings for this Crane Share ETF, okay, I think we have been sharing about China company and how undervalued it is. You know, and of course, last week, I know a lot of you is having a scare of your life. It's like, you know, after we shared about China company, then suddenly the regulatory come in and, you know, the share price actually dip further. Okay, so if let's say you want to diversify your exposure to the China company, but yet you believe that they are relatively undervalued, so what you can do is you can actually go buy this K-Web. Okay, the ticker symbol is K-Web. So immediately, can you see under this basket, right? There are so many companies. They have Tencent, Alibaba, Meituan, Pinduoduo, JD, NetEase, Trip, KE Holdings, Baidu, Kuaishou, Bilibili. You know, pretty much, okay, the biggest name China internet company that are listed in US. Okay, you can see that based on the percentage, 10% is Tencent and Alibaba is 9%, etc., etc., etc. So just by investing into this Crane share, CSI China Internet ETF, you are immediately exposed to all these company. Okay, so if you think this is powerful, can you just type in ETFP? ETF powerful. If you think this is powerful, type ETF powerful. So the next method that I wanted to share with you, okay, is actually using a reverse method. So for example, today you want to buy Amazon. Okay, so let's say you want to buy Amazon. So what is going to happen is that you realize that, for example, Amazon, the share price is really expensive. And you see the share price for Amazon is $3,718. So even if you were to buy the share, okay, how much money do you need to buy one share? You need $3,718. All right, so that is not exactly a very, very small sum, especially for those with a small capital. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to this website called ETF, not WTF, okay, ETF.com, ETF.com/stock/ then you put in the ticker symbol. For example, Amazon is AMZN. And the magic will happen. All right, so you just need to wait for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then there you go. Okay, so this is Amazon.com. So you can see there are actually 284 ETF that are currently holding Amazon. So there's actually 284 different baskets, and each of these basket, all of them, they have a small portion of it that is Amazon. But what we want to do, okay, is we want to focus on those with relatively larger, okay, allocation. So for example, you can actually see that, okay, 22% of this ETF. Let me see if I can actually zoom in. Yes, I can. Okay, great. 22% of this particular ETF, ProShares online retail ETF, okay, 22% actually is made up of Amazon. So technically, okay, by buying into this ETF, okay, if Amazon were to go up, actually 22% of this basket, you can see the whole value pretty much would also go up in value as well, right? So which means that you kind of are still able to ride on the potential of Amazon, which let's say you believe in Amazon, okay, in the long run, okay, by investing in it, if Amazon were to go up, this ETF would also go up as well. And at the same time, you're not just exposed to Amazon, you're also exposed to some other companies. So again, let's take a look. ONLN, we have to double check because most of the time, for ETF, the share price tends to be lower. Can you see this one? ProShares online retail ETF. What is the share price? $82. So we compare the difference. Just now is $3,000. This one is $82. So which means that, you know, if you invest $82, 22% of this money actually is part of Amazon. You get to also own Amazon with that as well. So again, we want to double confirm what are some of the other companies that are within this ProShares online retail. Okay, so you can actually just click in, and again, normally you can click on, can you see holdings? Yeah, just search for the keyword holdings. And there you will be able to see, okay, at the bottom, can you see? Wow, 23% Amazon, 14% Alibaba. And of course, we have New Egg Commerce, DoorDash, First Day, eBay, Etsy, etc., etc., etc. But I can see the rest, right? The percentage is relatively smaller. But this two is actually the majority, the big bulk of the ETF, Amazon and Alibaba. Okay, which is pretty amazing. I mean, you get to own the US side of the e-commerce, and you also get to own, you know, the largest e-commerce in China as well, which is Alibaba, you know, so total it made up about 37%. So not too bad. Okay, I think this is quite interesting. All right, so this is something that I hope would be useful for you guys. If you find this method useful, especially for those with relatively smaller portfolio, okay, can you just type in useful? Okay, so again, let me just go through one more example. How do you actually find all this, right? Just type in ETF, okay. etf.com/stock/ let's try one more. For example, if you want to look for Tesla, you type in Tesla, TSLA. So what is going to happen is that we have Tesla. Wow, you can see which one has the highest allocation. VCAR. Okay, so basically this ETF, okay, it basically tracks companies that is within this industry. Robo, car disruption, and tech ETF. And of course, you can also go for this one. iShare US Consumer Good ETF. And of course, we have our ARK, very, very famous Katie Wood, okay, 10%. Autonomous Technology and Robotics ETF. So the good thing about ETF is also you get to invest in not just one company in that area, you also get to diversify into some of the companies that are within the same industry as well. All right, yeah, so that's exactly what you can actually do, okay, which is to actually go to etf.com/stock/ the ticker symbol that you're looking out for. So another thing that I wanted to share with you today, okay, so some of you have been asking me, so Rowan, usually where do you get to see all this information at a glance? Because I see that you've been updating, you are able to pick information here and there everywhere, you know, so is there any secret method that you have been using? Okay, so how many of you here want to know the secret method for me to actually pick up news? Okay, if you want to know the secret method, can you just type in SM? Okay, no special meaning, just type in SM. Special method. So what is this special method that I have? Okay, so I'm going to introduce to you this website. Okay, some of you might be familiar. It is called Finvizcom. All right, I'm going to put up as a banner, okay? Finviz.com. You should be able to see right now, okay, finviz.com. So after you come to finviz.com, okay, what you want to do is you want to click on this thing called news. This one, just close it. Can you actually see over here? So they actually split it up into two different categories. On the left-hand side, we have all the different news, you know, the latest news from all the different sources. Okay, we have this one is Bloomberg, if I'm not wrong. Okay, Wall Street Journal. Then we have Market Watch. Okay, the other Market Watch. I am also another Market Watch. And then we have this one. I don't know which news is it. Okay, then we have, you know, Market Watch, Reuters, Yahoo News, Bloomberg. You know, so they actually get from different sources, CNBC. So immediately, okay, usually what I will do is I'll just run through. Okay, wow, these are some of the latest news. So what is there anything exciting or not? So for example, they talk about, futures fall, dollar gains as inflation quickens. Then I run through any other exciting and important news. Okay, Janet Yellen, carbon pricing can work with caveats. Then Donald Trump. Okay, Donald Trump, that one can skip, not important. Okay, MasterCard and Verizon announced new partnership for 5G contactless payment. Okay, so this is pretty interesting for those of you who are interested into the payment system. Okay, and also the 5G lah. Right. So immediately, can you see that there's a huge information out here? And for some of you, if you love something that is a little bit more in-depth, okay, some in-depth analysis. So for example, you can look at this one. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Okay. Goldman reports second best quarter in history as advisory search offset. So when you click in, let's see what is going to happen. So it's going to bring you to another website. Okay, but usually this one is like a blog. So it's a lot more information. Okay, a lot more information. Can you see? So these are all very, very useful information. Sometimes, you know, you have to subscribe to it. But there are many times that's actually free as well. You know, including like, for example, Seeking Alpha. These are all very, very interesting news. So this is what I do. Okay, when I actually want to know, like, for example, tonight, what are some of the key topics? What are some of the key news or any interesting happening to the companies today? Any new announcement? So this is the place where I actually get to pick, you know, all this information. Okay, so it has been really, really useful for me to have an overall understanding on how the market reacts. Okay, so coming back to my presentation, okay, I hope that today this is two hacks is useful for you. One is actually to instead of going for the large companies, okay, companies that are really expensive, you can consider buying into ETF that has a huge holding percentage into that company. Okay, that would actually help you to buy into company or ETF that is relatively lower in price. So this is exactly what we do. So the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, our usual, which is the short-term market direction. So where do you think the market is heading? Okay, let me know. If you think the market is going up, can you just type in up? If you think it's going down, can you just type in down? Where do you think the market is heading? All right, and for those of you who just came in, okay, appreciate if you can actually help us to like and share. Okay, yep. So wait for your comments. Wait for your comments. Okay, what do you think? If you think it's going up, if the market is going up, type up. If you think it's going down, type down. Yente, oh, interesting. Stonks only go up. Okay, Karen say up. Esmond say up all the way. Mike also say up. So wow, we have a very, very bullish crowd tonight. Okay, very bullish crowd tonight. Han Hong is also up. Maureen is also up. KC is also up. Well, actually, I don't need to do this market watch already. Y'all know exactly what I wanted to say. Damien also say up. Okay, interesting. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at our three major indexes, okay, which is the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, as well as the Nasdaq. So yes, as what we have mentioned before, okay, we say that, yeah, watch out for the all-time high. Then, of course, it breaks. Then now you can see that, okay, the thing is going higher. So last week, okay, I think there was a little bit of a scare. There was quite a massive drop pre-market. Okay, that means the market opened, bam, drop like crazy. And then everybody start messaging, hey, Bo, and how do we start selling? Then after that, you can see over the night, you know, people start buying. That's why you can see the candle, okay, it started pretty low. Then after that, it ends off much higher. You know, but again, nothing is confirmed because what happened the next day, it could be another red candle. But in this case, you can see the next day, it happens to be a strong green candle. Okay. So again, people are not so worried. Wow, hey, luckily I never sell off. You know, then of course, the following day on Friday, market continued to go up higher. So wow, I can see that market movement is actually pretty huge. Okay, it dropped fast and it kind of recover fast. But it also show you, okay, one thing. Okay, it really show us how strong the buying market is. Okay, the buyer market is. Okay, the moment it dropped, okay, you can see how fast it actually pushes back up. So again, that really shows the strength of the current market. Okay, the buyer is still dominating. So Sandra say sideways, Albert say up, and then we have Yente also say rocket. All right, so for the S&P 500, okay, pretty much, okay, I would say that the market will continue to go up. Yes, it could also go a little bit sideways, but definitely in the midterm, okay, we do foresee that it's going to go even higher, continue to go to the moon. Same for the Dow Jones. Okay, Dow Jones is a little bit more exciting because we are looking at some of the largest company, the 30 largest company in the United States. So larger company tend to be a little bit slower, but yet again, you can see that, you know, it has a huge recovery. Previously, you know, we were like, oh, will it be able to break or not? You know, but after that, it got resisted, came down. Wow, last Thursday, long green candle, and then Friday, boom, went above. Okay, so again, the Dow Jones right now is pretty much at an all-time high. Okay, so let's see if today the market will it continue to bring it higher or not. Okay, so if let's say today market continues to bring it higher, then of course we should foresee even more upside coming from some of the largest company in the stock exchange. So gonna be really, really exciting, okay, for the Dow Jones as well. So keep your eyes on there. And we have the Nasdaq, okay, the tech company. So the tech company we have mentioned previously is that the recovery is really strong. So this is actually the first one that actually kinds of break all-time high. Okay, so the Nasdaq break all-time high, and we were saying that, you know, this is going to the moon. This is going to the moon. So yes, as of now, okay, I think we are still riding on to the trend. Okay, so everything is still intact. So again, like I said, do foresee that in the meantime, there could be some volatility, like what happened last Wednesday. Okay, drop after that recover. Okay, so again, don't have to worry too much. Okay, when would be a time whereby you need to worry? Okay, so this is a question I want to throw to you guys. So for example, last Wednesday, okay, what happened is that the market dropped. So if this were to happen again, till what point should we start to get worried? How many days? So let's say some people say maybe drop 3 days consecutive. Wow, you need to be scared already. 4 days consecutive, you need to be scared. 5 days, 1 week. So what do you think is the number? How many days must it drop for you to actually start to get panicky? Can you just type it in? How many days must it drop for you to start being worried? How many days? How many days? See, last week, last Wednesday, only 1 day. So many people scared already. People tell me, hey, the crash is coming, the crash is coming. The news also say, oh, the crash is coming, the crash is coming. Then suddenly now all the news, they say the bull is back. Okay, interesting. Interesting. So Dan say 3 days. Mei Si say 3 days. Yeah, for our UI student, when you type, you need to be a little bit careful because this could be a trick question. Okay, never mind. Anyway, you just continue to type. Han Hok also say 3 days. Mike say when it touches the 10 days EMA. Okay, wow, I love the way you think. Okay, Mike, very, very interesting. Jaya Siri, 5 days. Erwit, 4 days. Okay. So my answer to all of you is, okay, wow, Albert, even better. Tell me 20%. Okay. Okay, my answer to you guys, right, is actually very, very simple. All right. Instead of looking at the number of days, because what is going to happen is that, right, okay, I can have 5 days of drop, and each day is like a huge drop, like 2% drop, 2% drop, 2% drop, 2% drop. Wow, then that is crazy, okay? I can also have, a very small drop, maybe minus 0.2% drop, minus 0.1% drop, it's small drop. So again, if you look at the number of days, right, it doesn't really tell us a good picture or a full picture. Instead, okay, in what we do in UI is we actually use, for example, we look at the EMA, okay, we look at the direction of all these lines, okay, the green line, the orange line, and the red line. They all tell us a very, very important story. Okay, they tell us a very, very important story. So for example, if you look over here, NASDAQ, okay, drop. Okay, you can see a lot of days. Okay, does it mean that the market is going to crash? Not necessary, right? You can see that subsequently it kind of stabilized and then it starts to climb back up again. You can see over here, the market dropped like 4, 5, 7, 8 days. That's like 2 weeks. 2 weeks of consecutive drop. Once again, a lot of people be like, oh no, okay, this is getting bad, okay? But again, like I said, market goes up and down. This is very, very normal because people want to take profit. If you make money, you are happy with your profit, you want to sell away, you take profit. So when a stock goes up, for a period of time, people take profit. What happened? Okay, the stock price will start to drop. But again, if you look at the overall trend, if the trend is still intact, the market is going to go higher. So the answer is, instead of looking at the number of days, focus on the game plan. Okay, you can use the EMA to actually guide you, or you can actually look at your individual stock to see if let's say it hit the stop loss, then you get out. If never hit the stop loss, continue to hold to it. Okay, so again, for the NASDAQ, okay, some additional news or information to actually help us to see how much further it can actually go up. So I have also shared this before, okay, TLT. So in order for the tech company to continue to go higher, the bond has to go up, okay, it has to go up. So previously, I was like, okay, it's trying to break the red color zone, okay, break the EMA 200. But after it came back down, okay, but what happened last week was, yes, right now it has officially break above the EMA 200. Wow, so this is even more good news for the tech sector. And that is also why you can see that the tech sector has been chonging, okay, even stronger than the S&P 500, even stronger than the Dow Jones, okay? Yeah, because interest rate remains low. In fact, over the last few days, interest rate actually went down. So that is, again, some booster, okay, for the stock market as well. Great. I love the way you actually look at things. When you break the support level, exactly, okay, when the price goes below the yellow line, yes, okay, diamond hand. So yeah, that is basically some of the market direction. In short, okay, I do foresee that the market will continue to go higher, okay, but do foresee that some profit taking might happen, okay, but again, don't have to worry too much. Just stick to your game plan. Okay, can everybody just type in game plan? Okay, very, very important. Stick to your game plan. So now I'm going to share with you a few opportunities that I see. Okay, again, it might not be a direct entry. Some of them you might need to monitor it for a while, and then, but I will tell you exactly how to look at it. So the first one is actually Micron. Okay, Micron. You can see that Micron right now is kind of going on a sideways trend. Okay, sideways trend. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. So where will be a good place to enter? Okay, very simple. Okay, right now actually not so good already because it kind of already go up lah. In fact, I would say a better time was actually last Friday. Sorry, today is Tuesday. Yeah, a better time is actually yesterday lah. Okay, yesterday, last Friday. Yeah, this second green candle. Okay, that will be a better entry. So now, not so good anymore lah. Okay, the upside and the downside is about 50-50. So wait for it to come down again. Maybe the next run, okay, if it were to come down, then you can actually long it. Or for some of you, if you want to short it, okay, you can also short it at the top, okay, and then come down. But always remember, because this is Micron is a semi-con industry, and semi-con, I think demand is pretty strong. Okay, so if let's say you were to go above this yellow line, you have to cut loss. Okay, you have to cut loss, but you can also short it when it reaches the top. All right. So this is for Micron. So you can keep it into your watch list, into your chart. So take note, okay, when opportunity come, you can actually enter. Next opportunity that I wanted to share with you is actually this company called Amazon. Okay, can everybody just type in Amazon? So you can see Amazon, okay, very interestingly, this company, every company has got a pattern. Okay, it's got a pattern. So in this case for Amazon, you can see that it's always consolidating for a period of time. In fact, it's quite long. You can see that from September 2018, wow, almost 2.5 years. Okay, it was just going sideways. Then suddenly, once it breaks above the resistance, bam, all the way up. And then right now, okay, you can see that from September 2020, last year, it has been going sideways, and then now, boom, goes above. So you create your own conclusion now, okay? Once it goes above, what is going to happen, okay? So, yeah, I do see that Amazon is ready for another huge run, okay? So we are looking at somewhere around this particular zone now. Okay, if you were to reference to the previous, so we are looking at a potential run coming from Amazon, okay? Amazon. And of course, just now we have also taught you if Amazon is a little bit too expensive, you can see it's about $3,700 over. Do consider going into ETF. So, for example, this ETF, consumer discretionary. Pardon my angmo, pardon my English. Okay, consumer discretionary. Select ETF. Okay. So you can see Amazon makes up 21.77%. So if you have limited budget, okay, don't want to buy into Amazon direct, but yet you want to still own and ride the upside, you can actually consider into this consumer discretionary ETF. Okay. And of course, opportunity 3, okay, then that was where I take a look at the chart of this consumer discretionary ETF, and I was like, wow, okay, this ETF is pretty amazing. Okay, can you see that? If you invested into this ETF since 2012, wow, this is like up. Okay, slow and steady. Don't expect to make massive like 100% in half a year or in 1 month, okay? But you can see that if you just ride it throughout, over the years, I'm pretty sure the ROI is better than your CPF interest, and better than your bank interest. Okay, yeah. So again, what is consumer discretionary? Okay, consumer discretionary are basically the things that we buy every day, like your retail stocks and all that. Okay, the things that we use. Yeah. So again, why is this important? Okay. End of the day, when we spend money, where does it go? It goes to all these companies that are under the consumer discretionary. So remember previously in our market watch, we also mentioned that the US government is giving the US citizens so much money, okay? So much so that, okay, the saving rate of the average US citizen. Okay, the saving rate or the money that they actually have, the disposable income of the average US citizen right now is actually more than before COVID. So which means that every US citizen is actually way richer now as compared to before COVID. And so a lot of them, they are actually holding on to a lot of cash. Again, don't need to work one. Okay, the government just give them a check and then you know what to do, just spend. Okay, so where do they spend on? They spend on all these companies that are under the consumer discretionary. Okay, so again, with inflation, what is going to happen is that things are going to become more expensive. I know your coffee, your tea, your milk, your biscuit, your pillow, your bed, your car, all these companies, where do they belong to? They belong to your consumer discretionary. Okay, so pretty much with inflation, with price going higher, and all these companies is going to sell their product even higher. Naturally, okay, again, if you look at the chart, why is it going up? Like infinite is because of inflation. Okay, it's because of inflation. So pretty straightforward. Okay, I would say that if you are investing into this, okay, just hold it for long term. Just hold it for long term. And next up, we have opportunity number 4. Wow, actually this one, I have to say a disclaimer. This opportunity, not I find one. Okay, this opportunity is actually discovered by one of our co-founder, Ivan. So he actually shared in our community. He said that, wow, hey, you all should look at the bank. Okay, because I think the bank is bound for another re-entry opportunity. That means it seems like there's another run that's coming up, okay, for the banks. And actually, it is very true, because a lot of the banks out there, the current share price is actually still lower than the pre-COVID price. Okay, let me just repeat this. Many of the banks out there, the current share price is actually still lower than their pre-COVID price. But yet at the same time, many of the banks, they're actually making even more money than before COVID. Okay, they are making even more money than before COVID. So again, there's a mismatch. So that also means that there's opportunity for us to enter. And of course, based on the chart, it seems like, okay, not yet, not confirmed yet, but you can see that it seems like, a re-entry opportunity might be coming. Okay, so can everybody just type in, I love banks? See Celine. Wow, steady lah. I love banks. Okay, so do watch out for it. Okay, especially tonight, many of the big banks are going to announce their earnings. So if the earnings is amazing, then we could be looking at another huge run coming from the banks out there. So there are many US banks out there. So you go and do your own research. Okay, so I'm just showing you one of them, which is Bank of America. All right, that's great. And so, yeah, pretty much that sums up the recommendation and the opportunities that I have for you guys. Again, there are many other opportunities out there. You just have to open your eyes big, and you will be able to see them. So what I'm going to do right now is, yes, Ivan, yes, thanks. Wow, you are very lucky that our co-founder are all here. I think Paul maybe is hiding somewhere. Paul, if you're here, maybe you can say, hello, I'm here. All right, yeah, do you guys have any question? Okay, if you have question, do post them into the chat, and then I'll be here to answer the question. And of course, okay, I will also be playing this buy or buy. Okay, so if you give me any company, then I will tell you the decision, buy or buy. So anyone has any company? Anybody has any company? Sorry, not any company, any question. Okay, that's great. Let's start off with the first company, and that is Disney. So let's take a look at the chart of Disney. Very interesting. Actually, just now I also took a look at this company, but no confirmation yet. Okay, no confirmation yet. So I just want to wait a little further. Okay, I just want to wait a little further for... Okay, so let me share with you. You can actually see that, right? Okay, for Disney, very interestingly, I was looking at this long green candle. So normally, Normally, remember I always mention, okay, long green candle means that the market is very bullish. Okay, but then in the case of Disney, I actually was looking back at some of the past example. You can see that there was some long candle over here, super long candle over here, long candle over here. You know, but what happened is that, right, for Disney, I think the investor is a bit crazy one. Okay, whenever there's a long candle, after that the market, the stock price will drop. You know, so for me, for Disney, right, again, I have to look at the product lah. I have to look at product. For me, it's very simple. Let's look at Disneyland. I think many of the Disneyland is still not operating as per the maximum capacity. I think in many countries, they are still pretty much affected. And of course, if you look at the streaming, okay, the Disney Plus, again, honestly, I have asked a lot of friends lah. They tell me that, okay, at the start, you know, seems like it's quite good, you know, so they go and subscribe. And after they subscribe, they realize that, oh, actually the show, like, you cannot every day watch Avengers, right? Okay, you watch Avengers, then nothing already. Spider-Man. Then you see it already, right? So in the end, they all turn back to Netflix. They say Netflix has got more variety of shows lah. All right. So yeah, I mean, that's always my concern lah. So for me, again, there's no confirmation entry yet, so I wouldn't go in as of now lah. So this is my take. So for now, it is a buy, BYE. Okay, we're gonna take maybe about 3 or 4 more questions. Okay, 3 or 4 more questions. Yes, and what about, okay, y'all relax. Let's take a look at, okay, let me see. Okay, JD. Okay, I will just select some of the one that I wanted to share. Okay, so JD, I think pretty much if you look at all the China company, right, they have this issue lah. Right now, they are all being regulated by the government. So I think the whole saga might not be over yet lah. So maybe you can keep on hold. But anyway, if you look at JD, I did mention previously that I was waiting for it to go above the red color line. Okay, so you can see this red color line. So right now, not yet lah. Okay, so if it does continue to go above, then maybe I will enter. But again, make sure that you hold for a little bit longer term. This one, you need to give it a little bit longer time, because you never know lah. If another regulatory things comes in, you know, the stock might take a hit lah. But other than that, in terms of valuation, in terms of the value of the company, I would say that it is very undervalued lah. Okay, for China company. This is for JD. So yeah, I would say for now, it is a buy, but definitely do monitor JD. Okay, if it cross above the red line, then you can turn it into a BUY. That is for JD. Next, let's take a look at AMD. Okay, AMD, very interesting company. So AMD, okay, for those of you who have, I think many of you have asked before lah. So this is my answer. Okay, you can see it is being resisted by the resistance line. This one very obvious lah. So for now, no point taking the risk. Okay, because there's a higher tendency that it will be heading below. Okay, higher tendency that it will be heading below, or it might even be just going sideways, ding dong. But so if you want to enter AMD, if you believe in this company long term, where will be a potential entry? Where will be a better entry? Okay, it's actually when it cross above the red line. Okay, when it cross above the red line. So I would say right now for AMD, it is definitely a BYE. Okay, right now it's definitely a BYE. Unless you're looking to short it. Okay, unless you're looking to short it. But personally, I don't like to short, especially for a company like this, which is relatively strong. That's my personal strategy. Okay, so that's why I will choose not to do anything for AMD. Let's take a look at QCOM. Okay, yes, I love this company as well. All right, y'all can see everything is still intact. Yeah, so personally, I do see that QCOM, the uptrend, okay, is already breaking out above the previous resistance. You know, so yes, I do. Everything still remain. Let me just draw the new risk reward line. Okay, so I would say that, okay, it has got pretty huge potential. Okay, don't be so bullish lah. Okay, let's just draw based on this area over here. Okay, but if let's say it were to come back down to around somewhere below the yellow line, then you have to cut it. You get where I'm coming from. Okay, so if it starts to come back ding ding dong down somewhere to the bottom of the red color zone, then you have to get out. Okay, yeah, I just let y'all see like that lah. Be easier to see. Okay, so if it comes below, okay, again, don't touch the yellow line that you get out. Okay, let it drop below the yellow line, then you get out. If let's say this is your cut loss. Okay, if not, when it goes up, just let it run. If you look at the risk reward, 4.91. Wow. What are you waiting for, man? BUY. Okay, so this is for QCOM. Thanks for saying that I am an options guy. Okay, thanks, kid. Okay, so anyway, okay, how long into the future? Okay, so if you are new, to options, okay, go for the longest one. If you know how to cut loss, then I would say that you can actually go for around 1 year. Okay, I repeat. So if you are just those that buy long-term one, then you don't want to look at it. Okay, then just go for the longest. Can be 2 years, can be 3 years. If you are monitoring the stock, that means you do like me, you have your cut loss and your strategy, but yet you still want to ride the trend. Okay, you still believe in it long-term. Maybe go for around 1 year. Okay, 1 year. I hope I answered your question. Wow, this is from our coach. Okay, CS. CS is our super investor. Okay, super investor. Okay, wow, I see. I so lost. I typed CS for what? Okay, CRSP. Crisp. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's take a look at Crisp. Wow, interesting. Wow. Okay. Crisp. Okay, so previously, I think did we invite any expert to talk about it? Okay, but anyway, if you look at the chart itself, okay, previously it went up a lot and then it starts to come down. I think this is one of the ARK Invest company. Okay, one of ARK Invest company, one of their major holding when it comes to the genomics lah. So previously it came down a lot. Then you can see it was around this area. Okay, it was trading around this area, and then right now it's actually going back up lah. So okay, again, this one I think very, very tricky. So I think it kind of came back down. So for me, right, okay, what I want to see is whether it will bounce off this yellow line. Okay, bounce off this yellow line. So let me take out my magic pen. Okay, so if it bounce up, okay, it might ding dong a little bit lah. But you can see that it starts to go up, right? Okay. So if you start to see signs of bouncing up of this yellow line, then it is a buy. Okay, BUY. Right. Thanks for sharing CS. Okay. Yep. So this is for, in fact, for me, I actually own this company lah. I bought it somewhere around here. Okay, but don't tell other people. But anyway, not making money lah. See, it came back down. So Yep. So that is basically my sharing for today. Okay, I think today we have went through quite a couple of companies. Okay, so I don't want to over confuse you all too much, right? So pretty much that comes to the end of my market watch. So before I end, I think maybe I'll just make some important announcement. Okay, some important announcement. So what is going to happen is that, right, I think last week we actually conducted a 10x options webinar. And quite a number of you actually joined us. Okay, quite a number of you actually joined us on the Telegram. We posted it inside our Telegram chat. So again, for those of you who are not inside our Telegram, okay, do join us. Okay, again, it's free. Just go to this link lah, t.me/ultimateinvestorsg. Okay, so what happened is that because there's a huge demand for our 10x webinar, a lot of you say that, I'm interested to know about options. I want to know how to have this 30 days investing strategy. So on the 20th, okay, on the 20th of July, which is next Tuesday, we are going to conduct another run. So next Tuesday is actually Hari Raya. It's a public holiday. So we are actually going to do this at about 7 or 8 o'clock. Okay, official timing we will announce inside the Telegram. So just watch out for this post lah. So again, for those of you who have yet to join us for our 10x options webinar before, watch out for our Telegram. If you're not yet inside, just join us. and then we will announce the information closer to the date, maybe towards the end of this week. All right. With that, okay, thanks everyone for joining me today. Again, really appreciate you guys. Okay, I'm glad today I didn't go for 1 hour. I did it in about 51 minutes. But next week, okay, in fact, yes, this coming Sunday, we are going to resume our market watch. Okay, so let's resume this coming Sunday at 9 p.m. Okay, for our market watch episode 13. Okay, market watch episode 13. So again, appreciate you guys for joining me, and as always, okay, you guys have been supporting this channel, so really appreciate you guys. So I hope this has been useful for all of you, and I look forward to see you guys this coming Sunday at 9 p.m. and we are going to look for more opportunities for next week. With that, thanks everyone, thanks for joining, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.